woman when I met her, but after we had a child, the personality went back to whatever it used to be. She was about to be deported, and she begged me to marry her.
Oh, from the
She
rest.
came here for a 5-year work permit, and she was about ready to get deported. And I met her. I had just broken up with a girl, and I met her, and she was the perfect woman for me. And I had never been married. And she begged me to marry her, and after 8 months, I gave in, and I married her. We bought a house, and we had a child, and then her personality just went down the hill. I'm the same guy, she's not. And for the last 16 years, it's been pretty rough living with her.
Oh, so you still continue to be together?
Only because of my child. She was a bad mother and a bad wife, and my friends had told me, 10 years ago my friends were saying, you need to run from that woman as fast as possible. And I said, I can't because of my daughter. I'm going to stay there and sacrifice and take care of her. So I'm self-employed. I have my own business, so I have fluctuating hours. I can maneuver my work. And so I took care of my daughter pretty much full-time for the last 10 years, even though we still lived with,
So your daughter is how old now?
She's in high school now. She's in 9th grade. She's 15.
15.
And when she goes off to college in 3 years, I'm coming here.
Well, according to American culture, she'll be ready to go out into an apartment on her own at about 18 or 19.
Right. She will be going to the college, and
she'll be moving out once she goes to college. She'll be
right. And I'll come and see her.
independent.
I'll come see her when she's, got her breaks. But in the meantime, I'm getting back on that horse. I'm going to marry a Filipino.
Yeah.
And a Filipina.
Yeah.
And I would like to live here somewhere.
Are you in a relationship with Filipina now?
No.
But you're looking.
I'm single, girls.
But you.
I'm single.
Please don't crash our channel by your responses, okay?
Yeah, okay.
But there's any number of good people.
Oh yes, yes. No, I understand that too. And I didn't know about this until I educated myself later at what is going on here, and then I realized there's most of Filipinos are good-hearted,
Yes.
family-orientated, and they're just very loving. But
Yes.
I got the one that wasn't. So my mistake, but like I said, I stuck it out because of my daughter. I could have easily ran, but I wasn't going to do that. I did the sacrifice, and now she is very smart. She's in honors classes.
Great.
And her mother doesn't help her with anything, so I'm Mr. Mom and all that stuff for her. So
Well, I think you've done the right thing by coming out here. So many people do think that they can meet someone from afar, and I believe that generalities don't work. You can speak generalities all the time. You can say that all Filipinas are no good. You can say that all Filipinas are wonderful, and neither is true. It depends purely on the single person.
that's right.
I'm of the belief myself that Filipinos lose something when they go to live in America. I think that they do lose something. They lose the support of their families. I'm talking about the everyday support where they can walk out the door, get in the car or get on the bus and go to see their mother or their family or sisters or brothers or friends, and they lose that when they go to another country, and that's something that requires a big adjustment. Now, even that is a generality, and as a generality it doesn't work, but I think that you've done the right thing by coming here, because you can see what the response is to you as a foreigner when we go downtown, and you will see how people react toward you. And one of the most common questions is, are Americans safe? And whenever we go out, I never think about whether I'm safe. It just doesn't come into it. It's like saying, am I afraid of being a trapeze artist? Well, it doesn't come into it. You know, so you'll see what the reaction is when you go in and you get something at the grocery store, when you go to the sari store, when you get some gas. You'll meet people who are just everyday Filipinos living their life.
I've been asked already if I have a. Do you have a girlfriend, sir?
Huh?
Are you married, sir?
4
No.
questions. I think it's 4 or 5 questions. Are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you live
Not yet.
alone? I think it's 4 questions that all Filipinos ask
Where's your wife?
when they. That's right. Where's your? Why? And the other one is why are you single?
I helped this woman, my ex-wife. I helped her get educated here. I helped her get her citizenship. I helped her train for her nursing, and so she became a nurse and then an RN.
Wow.
And now, and as soon as she started making lots of money, it's like almost like who needs you now? You know, there's no. Before I was doing everything,
Yeah,
and she
you
was
were
just taking
important.
care of the kid for the first couple of years, and then she, went on her own track, which is great. But she became career orientated and moved in that direction instead of being family orientated.
Yeah.
And of course, like I said, I explained to you earlier that I've taken care of my daughter, and she is one heck of a kid. I'm so proud of her, what she's gone through.
Right.
You know, she could have been a basket case, but she is something else. So.
And because she's part foreigner and part Filipino, she's probably beautiful.
She is. I'll
Yeah.
show you a picture of her later. She's
Yeah,
very beautiful.
I'm sure that she is. It seems to be a fatal combination. That even if the 2 people involved, Filipino and foreigner, even if they were very, very average or plain looking, the child would somehow come out magically beautiful.
Yeah.
And that just seems to be the way. There's something about that combination.
My daughter and I are together all the time, and so everywhere we go, we look at her and they go, "Does she have Filipino?" Yes, she is.
Well, Miss Universe is half Filipino.
Yes,
Well, or half foreigner is
she's
the
beautiful.
case here.
She's family orientated,
Yeah.
and of course, like I said, I explained to you earlier that I've taken care of my daughter, and she is one heck of a kid. I'm so proud of her, what she's gone through.
Right.
You know, she could have been a basket case, but she is something else. So.
And because she's part foreigner and part Filipino, she's probably beautiful.
She is. I'll
Yeah.
show you a picture of her later. She's
Yeah,
very beautiful.
I'm sure that she is. It seems to be a fatal combination. That even if the 2 people involved, Filipino and foreigner, even if they were very, very average or plain looking, the child would somehow come out magically beautiful.
Yeah.
And that just seems to be the way. There's something about that combination.
My daughter and I are together all the time, and so everywhere we go, we look at her and they go, "Does she have Filipino?" Yes.